Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, I am Ellie.
And I am not The Undertaker. Why do people keep saying I look like The Undertaker? Is it my beard? Is it my pale complexion?
Is it the giant gold wrestling belt?
Maybe it's this. Maybe I should just take this off. Maybe it's the hat as well. I don't know. But I'm not The Undertaker. I am Simon. And we're having a couple of drinks tonight that are called...
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. And why are they called Black Sabbath?
Because it's a lot of fun, but you might get a headache.
Very, very metal. Well, and if you enjoy our videos for whatever reason, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing over there. That would be very kind of you indeed. And while we're drinking these so-called Black Sabbaths, we are surprising each other with movie trailers that the other person has not yet seen.
So what do we have next?
So as usual, we've had a lot of really, really awesome recommendations from our Indian viewers about movies that we should check out. And what we try to do is get to as many as possible, but we rank them by the number of times we hear the same movie mentioned again and again. And there's one movie that keeps cropping up. It's called Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior. And it's a 2020 movie, it just came out less than a year ago. It's Hindi language, it came out of Bollywood, and it's a huge historical epic.
Awesome.
So this movie tells the true story of a Maratha warrior from the 17th century called Tanaji Malusare. And he fought the Mughal Empire and really used a combination of cunning, bravery, and ultimately self-sacrifice to defeat them. So, as you know, we really, really liked Bahubali 1 and Bahubali 2, so we've definitely got a taste for huge, epic, historical battles and dramas and sagas. Like, that's definitely up our alley. And I get the feeling that Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior, is going to be more of the same. So I'm really excited. I haven't seen this one yet either. I say we check out the trailer, and then we'll be back afterwards to let you know what we think.
Let's go.
Let's go.
लोग वसीयत में बहुत कुछ छोड़ जाते हैं। मैं तेरे लिए कर्ज छोड़कर जा रहा हूँ। इस मिट्टी की आजादी।
जिस तरह उत्तर हिंदुस्तान का पाया तख्त है दिल्ली, उसी तरह दक्खन हिंद का पाया तख्त होगा कोंढाना।
जब तक कोंढाना पर फिर से भगवा नहीं लहराता, हम जूते नहीं पहनेंगे।
Wow.
कोंढाना जीतना इतना आसान नहीं है।
एक ही शिलेदार है जो एक कामगिरी फतेह कर सकता है।
Elephants.
मुक्काम उमरठ। Now, सूबेदार तानाजी मालुसरे।
Awesome.
Yes.
बाबा, सब कह रहे हैं कि उदयभान के पास बहुत बड़ी सेना है, कैसे हराएंगे?
अब तू ही बता, कौरव और पांडवों में जीत किसकी हुई?
Nice.
तेरी मिट्टी जज्बात से जुड़ी है और मेरी अकल पानी से। तू जान दे सकता है, मैं जान ले सकता हूँ।
मतलब
तुम पागल हो?
हर मराठा पागल है। स्वराज का, शिवाजी राजे का, भगवे का।
Nice.
Whoa.
Jeez.
जब शिवाजी राजे की तलवार चलती है, तो औरतों का घूंघट और ब्राह्मणों का जनेऊ सलामत रहता है।
दक्कन से खबर आई है, उदयभान और नागिन कोंढाने पे पहुंच चुके हैं।
तैयारी करा बनता, हम तान्या की कसम तोड़ने जा रहे हैं। हमला, पहला बार लाख मुलाजिम।
जो भी गांव उसकी मदद करे, जला दो।
कुत्ते की तरह जीने से बेहतर है शेर की तरह मरना।
जिस तरह मिट्टी के हर कण में पहाड़ होता है, हर बीज में एक जंगल, हर तलवार में एक सेना, उसी तरह हर एक मराठा में छुपा है लाख मराठा। आपके एक बेटे ने आपके लिए स्वराज खड़ा कर दिया, दूसरे को जूते पहनाने का मौका तो दे।
यशस्वी भव।
Wow. Wow, so that was just trailer 1. There's another trailer for Tanhaji the Unsung Warrior. But man, I literally had goosebumps at one point watching that before my brain explodes. What did you think about it?
It looks incredible. I liked how this trailer, unlike the others we'd seen that kind of hinted at dance numbers, this one showed several dance numbers that we can expect in this movie. And again, you've got that incredible choreography, you've got the colors, and I really liked the kind of additional, like the patterns they were creating, like with the little puffs of powder, like those really artistic flourishes that just added extra detail to those, the choreography of the dance.
Yeah. It also really struck me how much emotion you can convey through dance, and how, you know, a hero's dance number can look completely different to a villain's dance number. That came across loud and clear to me in this trailer, which is fascinating. For somebody with zero rhythm and zero dance capability, that is a whole alien concept to me. I was also blown away by the visuals. I always say visually stunning, and this movie was no different, but 3 things jumped out at me. 2 of them involved ropes. Now, there's a part where they are flying down something that looked like the Grand Canyon, just off of cliffs, on ropes with swords drawn, just, oh my god, it was like those single flight things that people can do these days, just on a rope. I have no idea if that's based on historical fact, but wow, just the idea of how brave you would have to be to jump on this rope.
Like historical zip lines.
Yeah, like head first, yeah.
Yeah.
That blew me away. The other rope bit was he was running up that wall just on a rope, which I just thought was amazing. And I believe, I looked into the history of Tanaji Malusare a little bit before this, and I believe he actually won the battle by sneaking into the enemy's city, into the Mughal Empire's city. So maybe that's the point where he actually gets in behind enemy lines, maybe opens some gates to let his troops in. I'm fascinated to see where that leads. But the other thing that blew my mind was that giant cannon.
Being pulled by a giant elephant.
Yes.
It wasn't clear whose side that was on, but I feel like that has to give you a big tactical advantage.
I would guess so.
A giant cannon on an elephant.
Probably not that rapid firing, but man, and the part at the end with the 2 characters leaping towards each other as the flame kind of gets closer to the cannon exploding. Man, what an incredible trailer. You know, I grew up in rural England, and literally I spent every summer with my grandparents, and they would take me to a park that was called the Gun Gardens. And it was literally a park at the top of a hill, kind of the town was on the top of a hill, and the park was on the very top. And it was part of an old fort where they had literal cannons. And my sister and I, every summer, would be climbing all over these cannons that were literally put there to shoot French and Spanish invaders who were coming up the English Channel. So cannons definitely just struck a chord with me and reminded me of those days. But man, the cannons we climbed on were not that big.
Yeah.
They were huge.
That looks dangerous to climb on. I think that's why they had to have elephants pull it, because it's too dangerous for people.
I was also fascinated. I've had quite a number of Indian friends, and I've learned a little bit about Indian culture over my life. But I don't know a great deal about the Brahmins. I know they featured heavily in this movie. I'm going to go do my own research, but if you want to enlighten us on what the relevance of the Brahmins is to Tanaji Malusare's story, I'm also just a little bit ignorant of South Indian history anyway, so this has made me realize that there's whole sections of the world that I need to learn more about. So
Incredible stories.
yeah. And honestly, any time that you just see human on human bravery in a battle, that gets me going every time. And yeah, and I also found it interesting how there was a point where there was a rider dressed in white on horseback, and he had kind of like a lance or a spear or something, and I'm guessing it was Tanaji Malusare, who was normally dressed in white in the trailer, who was dressed in black, I think, at that point, and it was kind of flew by, so I may have misunderstood this, and he grabs a spear and throws the guy onto the floor. But I also just found the symbolism of the colours really interesting. Like, we seem to be seeing this a lot, that there are the kind of battle scenes where the colours are all kind of muted and there are just splashes of red or blood or something. But then there are also these kind of more ceremonial style scenes where colour seems really, really important. And I'm intrigued to learn more about that. I think you've got two people really, really excited to see Tanhaji the Unsung Warrior.
And the giant elephants.
And especially the giant elephants. And for me, the giant cannons, let's be fair. And this movie is already out, so you can literally watch it right now. And that's what we're going to do. So therefore, we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Drunk Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye!
Shut up and sit down.